ringing in my head like faith, forever been misled. I lay down in another restless place, like train going off the rails. I know I'm disconnected. Hold on, I'm re-elected. It feels like reality. I said it's deep for me. Said it's deep for me. Weed snails on me, but I just wanna let you see. You never said, you just wanted to pretend. Now it feels like love is dead. Let's say it's been red. You never said you'll be trying to forget all the light that you have shed. Let's say it's been red. I am left for dead. And you try to break me down, never fell apart. I'm sick of losing my mind. And you try to break me down, never fell apart. I'm sick of losing my mind. You never tear me apart. You never tear me apart. You just wanted to pretend. Now it feels like love is dead. Let's say it's been red. You never said. You just wanted to pretend. Now it feels like love is dead. Let's say it's been red. You never said you'll be trying to forget all the lies that you have shed. Let's say it's been red. You just wanted to pretend. Now it feels like love is dead. You never said you'll be trying to forget all the lies that you have shed. I'm left for dead.
And it's me, and why am I sitting in the dark? I need to sort out this lighting situation pronto. Let's solve this music thing. Turn that a bit down. I hope that sounds alright. Let's... They're saying no copyright stuff. No, I'm going to get in trouble for that one. I heard a bing bong. I don't know where the bing bong came from. Okay, that should be better. Okay, back to SOLIDWORKS. Let's get me this. Let's get things aligned, sorted. Okay, let's solve this camera problem. I've got buttons for it now. Camera, camera, camera. Let me know if you can hear me. All right. My thing's bing bonging, so it should be all right. Let's get the focus. Let's get the lighting. Boom. Elgato is a legend. There we go. I look awesome. Cool. So this is the progress I've been making on my 8080. 80. I keep saying 8080. Why do I keep... It's because I'm working on 8080 in the back. Over there, if you can't really see it. This is my TIE Fighter. It goes... I've got a sound for that. Pushing all the wrong buttons. There we go, guys. That's what it does. So I've just worked on basically the little arm, and I've just got to finish off a couple of the details. So I thought I'd just hang out and do some designing. Finish off the arms at least, because all the details that are there are all the asymmetric, mirrorable type of details. So I'm going to get rid of that and that. So I need to remember where I was. Make sure I have all the details required. That is replicated on all sides. Looks like all but one detail is present. Excellente, excellente. Let's go. Waste no time. As for time, I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this for. When my missus messages me and tells me I need to go pick her up from the station, that's how long we're going to go for. If music's too loud, let me know. I can bung it right down. That does nothing for you guys. That just does it for my ears. Yeah, let's bring it down to there. Let me know how it works. You need good music to design. You need that music to just really get you into the flow. Cool. This needs to be a 45 over here. I'm going to put a nice little radius around that. I really hope the music isn't too loud. Let me know how it is. How's all your weeks been? Mine's been pretty chilled. I'm going to be off for a few weeks at the end of the week, so I am dead looking forward to that. There we go, let's put that. I'm going to message some people that need to see this. Let's see. Yes, okay. Let's give a dimension to that. Oops, sorry doggies. The doggies are having a nap because they just got back from their walk with Gemma. Let's go for 2.5 millimeters. That's close enough already, so let's go for 0.2. For those that don't know, I'm designing a TIE fighter, a 3D printable TIE fighter with as much detail as possible. So I'm busy replicating the details that are available on a, I think it's Revel. I've still got the box somewhere, unless I threw it out. It's a Revel AFX model that I'm referencing off. I've got all the bits for it. I've kind of put it together very loosely and just kind of replicated it, and from there make it my own. Cool. That is all of the asymmetrical, quad symmetrical details. Yep. Cool. So I can put these mirrors through. Okay. All right. So a few more details and I'll be done with the wing. Sorry. I should mute before I fiddle with my mic. I've got a new mic arm, so I'm still trying to get it in the right position. Okay, dokie. Okay, I'm going to start with some detail on here. Cool. just 2 blocks. I'm going to do them one at a time because one is a bit deeper than the other one. About 2.5 mil. Let's go 3 mil. Oh, yeah, 2 mil. 2.5 mil. Will work. I've got to make sure that this isn't copyrighted music because this sounds quite copyrightable. Nah, it's playing the right playlist this time. Thank God. Yes. 1.5 off there, which doesn't seem right. I need to delete all these relations now. Yep, make parallel, and let's just make all of this. Oh. No, I can't make it equal. Make those ones parallel. Yeah, that should work. Cool. That's quite a big space. That's a bit better. Right. Let's line this all up now. Let's change that to 3 mil. You're in queue. Does that mean you're in the chat, Brandon? Like, I'm surprised how good this playlist is. Like, it's very good quality. It sounds good. Sounds professional. Photos Mint, how are you doing? Thank you for joining. When are you going to live stream your design stuff? Nice. Is that a detail? I don't know how bringing it closer to the mic makes me see it better, but it does. Cool. Let's extrude these out. 0.2 mil. That should be good. Let's convert those entities. Let's bring that back. Not as pretty as you do. Nah, you're a handsome little man. I ain't that pretty either. What is pretty is this model so far. So there's tiny little details here. Let's get our center line first. Boom. 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 What are you working on at the moment, Fotis? What is new in the brain of Fotis Mint? I see your Discord is always on fire. It's great. You're gonna send me to print when you finish. Yes. Do you want to make a pilot for me? you can make little pilots for my 8080 that everybody's printing. I was supposed to get that done by Ricardo Solimao, but we never got to that. I mean, even just stormtroopers. Their helmets are cool. I've got some stormtroopers somewhere. They're in one of my boxes. Cool. Go with mid-plane. Well, I mean, considering this is my only second session on this, I do want to do it more often. It's just kind of never really been in the right mood. Brandon. Sorry, my friend was trying to join the stream, but he was joining the wrong kind of stream just before this. I did a user group meeting, so digging the dark mode. You know what? Is that you mean dark mode, my camera, or dark mode in SolidWorks? I love dark mode. When I discovered you could do it, it blew my mind, and I had to do it. Number one, dark mode looks cool, and number two is it's good for your eyes. Less strain. We're in the world of staring at screens. So, but how are you doing, Brad? How's the motorbikes doing? I like looking at CAD design. I like looking at digital sculpting photos. So, you know, I feel like we should just watch each other work. Yeah, and now, Brad, you can see how inefficient I design. Yes, it's my face, Brandon. Finally, my face is back on the screen. Oh, yeah, save the document. Didn't get any notifications. My notification was me texting you. Always good over here. Excellent. Hope it's getting warm there. I heard William Burke, he was presenting in my meeting. It was quite an interesting meeting. He really got people talking, you know. Part of his presentation for my user group was to kind of get an idea of what everybody does for a living in CAD, so that he can use, mold his presentation to those people and show them examples in relation to how they work, which I found was quite interesting. Got everybody talking and got people more keen to talk after that. I'm enjoying the new mic arm. I'm absolutely loving this thing. It is super dope. It packs away so neatly. It's not like badly, like loosely attached on. It's nice and static. It's neater. It looks like I know what I'm doing. It's not liking this one. There we go. See, this is how I do it. If I don't know how it works, I push all the buttons until it does work. Power users will cry. I'm sorry I have to subject you to this, Brad. Okay. Let's convert this. How are you doing, Brandon? I see you haven't had a phone for a while. You got your power back yet? Sometimes it takes to get it done. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm struggling here. Also, Toby wouldn't enjoy this too much because I'm not going to define everything. Why did it do that now? No. Power's back at 8:30. Nice. And if you want to join me in Discord, Brandon, you're more than welcome to. I want my offset to keep going. No. You know what? This will be our secret. I'm not going to do it properly. I'm just going to make it look like it's lined up. Look at that. No one will know. They'll never know. Use the spacebar to pull up the toolbar window and save you all the clicks. Or the S key. Or I can just go over here. Don't judge me. Yeah, we can join your Discord there. The amount of planning he does, you basically just freeball it. I mean, yeah, that's exactly what I do. 45 degrees. See, these details are going to be so small, you're not even going to notice that it's not curved. Don't even know if it's going to print. Let's get into this Discord and we can have some conversations. Where you at? Hey, it's Muffin.
Hi.
How you doing? I'm gonna have to balance this because there we go. Because you're gonna come up my speakers over the music. Can you hear me all right? What size are you printing this at? So I'm basically scaling it off this model here.
In Discord. Make sure my audio is right.
So somewhat about that big. So fairly big, but not massive. But it's just got really cool details in it that I really want to try and replicate it. But it's all going to be printed in resin. But it's got... The reason why I chose this model is it's the one from The Mandalorian Season 2. When it comes down and lands, the side of the wings kind of fold up and landing gear come out. So I've got all the pieces for the landing gear.
Kirby, if you're talking, I can't hear you, but
I can hear you, Brandon.
nothing. Football.
I think I've got to change my Discord settings. I'll do that in a minute. But yeah, it's got little like feet that fold out. So I want to actually make these feet fold up and move and make all of these moving parts mechanical in SolidWorks. That's the goal, is instead of just making a static model, make a model that can move and articulate. Test that all in an assembly. Yes, I'm going to do an assembly. And then print it. See if I can get it to do that in the print. There we go. Can you hear me, Brandon? Miffin. No.
There we go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I just had the wrong input on my mic.
Thought so. I found out something I'd like to do: hack a live stream.
Okay.
If you get bored of, like, if you're watching a live stream for a while, you can watch it in 2x speed, and then it speeds it up until it catches up with the actual live.
Is that what you did with the podcast?
No, I found this out after the podcast. No, the podcast is short enough, so.
What did you think of my my big apple joke?
Thing is, you don't have a kid, so it's like, should I laugh and is it allowed? You know what I mean? It's sort of like that gray area because you're a doggy dad, so you got children, but does it count as a dad joke? Like, does it pass? Like, you get the license?
You got to drop for a meeting. No problem, Brad. Thank you very much for joining. Yeah, it'll be a cool model once it's all done. If I get it done.
You know, when you started this, I saw Fab365. He brought out one of his, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. And in his typical fashion, like, I'm expecting yours to be as detailed as this. The wings fold and the legs fold out and everything.
Oh, I must check his out.
I'll check it on your YouTube.
Like, I'm doing this just more for myself.
You got no moderation on your chat.
You're a moderator, that's why.
No, there's no moderation. There's no moderator. I'm a moderator for your Oh, you modded Muffin Fuzz, didn't you?
Yes. Yeah, Mrs. is out, so she said she's going to be out a bit later, as is tradition. So I thought, might as well. So when are you going to teach me SolidWorks? When are you going to teach me ZBrush? Like I said, we can watch each other work.
When is someone going to get my Maker's version working?
How far have you gotten with that?
Well, actually, I remember what happened after that whole chat with SolidWorks. I said I must DM them my email and stuff like that, and they'll get back to me. So I sent a message. How's it? Like, your DMs are closed. Nobody can direct message. Here's my email, and there's been fuck all since then.
Interesting.
So it's pretty much been every time you've helped me out with somebody with SolidWorks, pretty much been, oh, I see your issue, and then nothing.
Yeah. I need to find the right people that are like properly in control. Because at the moment I'm just going through people that know people.
Dude, you went through the actual SolidWorks Twitter. Like, that's as high as you should be able to go support. You know, I'm extremely disappointed with what's happened there. Like, it's put me off SolidWorks almost. It's unfortunate because like, I've been wanting to learn this program for so freaking long. But I got my Fusion 360 back, so I'm like, sort of like, okay, whatever. I'm not hindered anymore.
Yeah, fair enough.
Sucks though.
I just realised I put this in the wrong place.
It was full.
There we go, feature it.
Yeah, so we had like heavy load shedding this weekend because yeah, ESCOM sucks.
Also, I heard one of the substations in Springs burnt.
Yeah, but that doesn't affect us luckily. Your mom's side, yes, they get a bit of a feed from there, but it's like half and half. But us, we've been fine. But like, ironic thing is like, it's like I got solar panels, right?
Yep.
There's been no sun.
No sun
So
in
the
Africa.
first session- yeah, dude, the first session, I'm like, okay, cool. That's during the day, so I'll just like basically trickle charge the batteries and then use it for the house. And then like nighttime comes, like half an hour in, my like inverter's like flicking me because there's no battery power. I'm like, what? And it happened for the whole weekend. There was no sun the whole weekend. It rained like crazy. Then I was supposed to do a market on Sunday, and then they got cancelled. Flood warning. Sunday comes, not a cloud in the sky.
Classic.
I know, right?
No, I'm going to do 270 degrees. Other way. Like a little Pac-Man. And I'll watch this. I can split it. I was playing some Flight Simulator this weekend.
Actually, speaking, I want to journal tomorrow. I don't think I'll get rid of my Xbox. I'm not using it anymore. I've got a Chromecast on all the TVs.
Yeah, it's basically the same with us. We just watch off the smart TV apps and the Amazon Fire Stick.
We don't get the Amazon ones here. We get the Xiaomi. So quite good.
Cool, so that's the wings finished. Time to work on the dome.
You said so. Basically, you went quarter symmetrical, and then you just added the half symmetrical. Or
Yeah, so a lot of the details are symmetrical on all four sides, so I just designed a quarter of it. And then I mirrored it, and then I did the details that are off symmetrical. What's asymmetric? So like those details there, this, it's not on the other side. This and this.
Oh, isn't it? Okay, I thought it was half and half. Okay.
Yeah, the only half and half detail is actually this detail. That's the one that I got wrong and I duplicated 4 times, so I changed that. But now,
eyeballing, or are you actually measuring those little bits?
yes and no.
The bigger pieces you like measure just for it.
Yeah. So I've now got
those little triangles. It doesn't matter if they're like 0.2 or 0.1 mil.
No, I try and make them look as close as possible, because I'm the only one that's really seen the detail here, and I know exactly which bits are not very accurate. And
yeah, even like detail that's supposed to even be difficult to show across camera.
But now I've got this here, the ball. These are now 2 separate bodies, so I can hide this and focus on just the actual ball. but I'll keep it there so I don't get lost.
Did you download the SolidWorks preset for your Stream Deck?
What?
Yeah, there's a SolidWorks preset, and there's one for DaVinci Resolve and all sorts of shit.
Now I've got my camera controls, which are great. I can actually change like my exposure settings within this. Now that's better.
Your camera, you should actually leave your camera.
Well, with the C920, you can't use the Logitech software. You have to use the Windows software to change the settings. And every time you turn your computer off and on again, it goes back to default. So I've got on my Stream Deck.
It does work. Use the Logitech G Hub.
That doesn't work for the C920.
I got the C922.
Yeah, it works for that one, but not the C920. It's like the most infuriating thing. It's the most popular camera, and they haven't put that feature in. So I've got it folded specifically for which I can set my focus, my exposure, and my gain to the settings that I usually start off with.
Exposure down, sharpness up.
And then either side of it, I've got a plus and a minus, and I can, change it on the fly if my defaults aren't perfect yet.
If you mess around with the software, you'll see you can actually set it when you open SolidWorks, it'll open the SolidWorks shortcuts on your Stream Deck, and you can go back and forth. I finally fixed my soundboard, so I've got a bunch of that stuff back again. That pissed me off.
Okie dokie. I've got to figure out where I'm going to start on this. I think let's just shell it to start with. Yeah, shell it now. How can you not? Oh, it's because it's got both faces selected.
No,
There we
I
go.
was gonna say that, like, if I had the chance to, like, go and redo school, I would definitely go to 3D modeling. I would ditch. I would ditch the
Music.
the music, yeah.
I don't know, music. Like, music's a tricky kind of. It's a very hard industry to really make it big.
Yeah, you're either like really good or you know the right people. And I'm above average and I don't know any.
Yeah. I quite despise those kind of
can't
industries.
do it because, like, you gotta kiss the ass. Yeah, it's like your industry's partially like it, but it's not so nitpicky.
No, not really.
Like you get rewarded for being nice and good, where that one's just being either good or, you know. So you're gonna fly in flight sim now? You can do like one of those routes.
I did. Where did I fly? I flew from the Maldives to Dubai, and my autopilot nearly flew me into the ground.
Oh, lovely.
Well, it wasn't my autopilot, it was the air traffic controls instructions that nearly flew me into the ground.
That's like super robotic, so the chances of it being wrong were actually very low.
So I was on my I was on my approach to Dubai airport. And if you're coming up to Dubai from the southeast, there's a couple of mountains that you got to get over. So luckily I noticed this as I was coming in, but air traffic control basically said, "Oh no, set your height to this, which I did on my autopilot. It was like 4,000 feet. So I'm like, okay, cool. It's quite odd to do this quite early. And as I'm getting closer and closer to these mountains, I'm like, they're pretty close. These mountains are getting a little bit close.
You're avoiding stuff, starts pinging.
So I'm like,
You know,
as I'm approaching it, I'm like, I go over the first peak, and it was quite close. I was like, I'm not going to make this mountain. So I immediately ramped myself to like 6,500 feet on my autopilot.
like, you know it's close when you go over the mountain. It goes 500. You're like, what?
So I get myself up to
What do you mean
6,500.
500? You puss?
I think 6,500 was enough to go over the mountain, but I made it over the mountain. And literally, as I got over the mountain, air traffic control was, please increase your height to 8,000. I'm like, now you tell me after I've passed the mountain, because the rest of the way is just flat land. It was still a fun flight.
Sounds like you work in the South African government. Fucking hell. Dude, I had such a laugh on stream the other night. You would have had a good laugh. That I'm trimming all my highlight clips quickly. We're talking about like the quality of this African like home affairs and all that kind of stuff. And we're like, imagine like Tambo or the main airports who run like the home affairs. And
Yep.
like British Airways 952 coming in for landing. Sorry sir, we're offline. Can you please go to Cape Town? We're offline.
Madness. Yeah, I know that's one place.
Sorry, set me off again. Yeah, you know, the phones, they haven't worked for 2 weeks now. We would have called, but hangas, no airtime.
No,
But what do you do if somebody says that when you're coming in for a landing? You've just done a 12-hour flight from fucking England to Africa, and the chick says, sorry, we're offline. Come back tomorrow. Sorry. It's sad because I can see it happening. Sorry, the boss didn't pay the radar license. We can't see you. Can you see us? Oh, God, breathe. Anyway, this is great content.
brutal. Yeah, that's one thing that I'm glad that South Africa does not have full control of. Because if they did something like that, Joburg will be shut down so quickly by the FAA.
Everyone.
They can't afford to do that. Although I'm sure it's happened before where Heathrow's system went offline, and they had to cancel all flights.
Yeah, but that's like an unforeseen error. Like, if shit hits the fan, but like South Africa, it's just like a regular thing. I see your booking. I see it. Yeah. Did you pay?
I mean, to be fair, my mom was trying to phone through to East London Airport to ask them if they had baggage rapids, and they just didn't answer their phones.
Oh, it's recently now in our community group. Some lady is like, "Hi, I've been trying to phone the Springs police station, but it's not working." And the one lady's like, "Yeah, no, they haven't had phones for 2 years."
Madness.
Imagine you flying as a captain. You get this fucking please call me as you get into South African space. Like, what the fuck's this thing? Yeah, boss. I can see you hour out. Please, please. Please don't land here. Go land Syria. Oh, I've got a A380. Yeah, I know it's big, but you hit the brakes hard. I trust you.
Just hit the brake hard.
Yeah. You see that thing a while ago with that that C30? I think it's the Airbus C30, yeah, that the tank carrier cargo thing. It landed on the wrong runway, wrong airport or whatever. It was way too short for it to take off. So they equipped rockets to it, dude. Fucking insane.
So I've got a number in my head and I don't want to lose it. Okay, I've got it. Yeah, those things are massive as well.
That's like the only the one not the only the one casualty I'm bummed about with this whole Russian Ukraine thing is that what's it called again? That 6-engine beauty.
Yeah, that massive fucker. No, you loved it so much you can't remember what it's called.
Ah, because I got this I could see an A in my head. The Antonov, there we go, AN-25 or 225. It's crazy. These things look crazy and intense and whoa. But you look at those ground effect planes. Have you ever seen those things?
No.
Dude, look at ground effect planes from the World War era. Jesus, they're insane. Imagine 8 engines strapped to the cockpit or the fuselage or the front fuselage of the aeroplane, and it just flies over water.
Yeah, some big fucking planes out there. I went to a I've done that too far.
I just watched one of my highlights. I had a voice change on. My voice is squeaky this entire highlight. Wow, what the fuck? That was intense.
I once went to an air show when I was doing a job with Rolls-Royce, and and this was quite soon, a few years just after the A380 was out, and they just released the Dreamliner as well. But you see all the little planes doing acrobatics and flying low and that stuff. But when you see an A380 take off and just do a hard bank to the right and just do a low pass, it's just you look at it that should not be in the sky. How does the size of that thing get into the sky?
It's actually, it's scary seeing them being flown properly. Because the pilots are oh, this thing's light as fuck. We can do anything we want now.
Yeah,
I'll at you what?
When you see them throwing it around, you just can't believe that the size of that thing could do that.
Yeah, when you actually realize what a jet engine can actually do and how powerful a jet engine is. It's hard to even fathom sometimes.
But 34. Right. We'll just ignore that wrong math. It's okay. No one will notice. No one, they'll never know.
I won't look. Got my hand from my eyes. Sorry. So, do you think I've got British citizenship now from that message I sent you, or do you think it's declined message?
I don't know.
It's so open-ended, eh?
It is.
I say in the show now, I'm like, well, the email was from National Courier Service at UK Gov, whatever, at Home Office of Gov. So I was like, she probably doesn't have the results. She's just been tasked with getting my documents back to me.
Maybe.
Like, it's also quite cool. I sent them an email yesterday. Monday. Hi, it's been 2 months since our last communication. Is it possible to get an update on the progress of my application? Things in South Africa are seriously getting worse, and I would like to get myself and my family out of here ASAP. You know, bit of pity party there.
Pity party. Nice. Yeah, when you sent me that thing and you asked, like, I thought you were asking some company wanted you to work there.
Oh no, I haven't even done my research because, like, basically I haven't wanted to get myself too excited. So what I've done, like, I've kept my focus here in South Africa as a South African. And then I was, like I said, we only started thinking as Brits once we got British paperwork.
Fair enough.
And then we can actually make realistic plans, because I don't want to do a whole bunch of hypotheticals, get our hopes up, and then get our hearts broken.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it's like almost guaranteed, because I'm within the cutoff range. My mom's British, her parents are British.
Well, I mean, but I got mine when I was like 3. But yeah, it should be fairly cut and clean, easy to get
I
it.
think my reading was like 1996 was the cutoff for dual citizen.
Damn, it won't let me do that. Okay.
Ah, yes, I was invisible.
How's Battlefield?
It's good. Just don't overclock your PC while the game's running. It shuts itself. Oh, dude, I started my midday stream today, and then like it was lagging a bit.
Make it look so.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I've got a overclocking profile, all that kind of stuff sorted and saved. I just got to apply it. So I got everything open, and then I just apply it, and freaking Streamlabs shits itself. Battlefield shat itself. And then YouTube's like, what happened? Where did everyone go? It's just playing and just doing its casual thing. I was like, what the fuck? So yeah, don't overclock live with your software, because
Oh, you did it live.
Yeah. I just thought it was just changing a setting. I forgot it's actually like it's a live BIOS change.
It just.
Oh, that gap looks annoying.
What? That.
I'm a bit behind. On the ball, yeah. I'm trying to teach myself Blender.
You'll never see it.
Isn't like a snap to edge?
No, it's because of the way that I constructed it. It's not the right way to do it, but
Couldn't you split it and then snap the edges together? No, it wouldn't work. No.
I can fill in the gap by building it as a surface body, and for the tiny bit of detail, and I'm going to cover that anyway with something else.
Oh, okay. So it's not going to be like a front facing.
Yeah. Extrude get.
So how many subscribers do you lose every live stream now?
I haven't really totaled it up, but a fair few.
thought you lost like 100 last time. Oh, now it tells me you live. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, that notification thing is quite pants on YouTube. You make it look so damn easy. It is easy.
If I just imagine what the professionals look like when they do it.
Yeah, it's quite scary what they can do. What they can do is nuts. The power users.
Watching Tutor Toby's thinking process, it's just like, when you watch him do it, you're like, that's so obvious. And you do it yourself, you're like, it's not obvious. Oh, Samsung got back to me, by the way. They sent me a private message.
You said I saw you were having problems with your phone.
Yeah, so when I got the phone, I took out the extra insurance for the screen and water damage and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yep.
Oh, BattleBit's going nice. So she's streaming it. So anyway, I take it through to them to get fixed, and then they say, okay, cool. And they look at it, and they're like, oh no, so the main board's busted, the USB port's busted, the screen's busted. I'm like, no, the other shit isn't busted. The screen's fucked. USB board's good because I know, because I had it replaced. Because it was fucked. And they're like, oh no, but a non-authorized repair person fixed this, and now we can't do the claim at all. I'm like, it's insurance. Yo, it's been tampered with. I said, the screen hasn't been tampered with. Like, don't worry about the other shit. Like, we have to replace all this stuff now. I'm like, no, how is the PC board broken? Literally, my alarm was going off before I got there. Like, I couldn't turn my alarm off because the screen's busted. Like, I know the phone works and it's on.
Yeah.
I know. And then now I get the phone back from him that the phone doesn't even turn on at all, dude.
That's the problem with...
They fucked my phone up.
That's the problem with insurance, is that they will find any excuse to not pay out.
No, it's Samsung insurance. My normal insurance, I've got cover for that as well. After I've been held up, I made sure I got my phone and my laptop were covered. So I was fine there. They're like, oh yeah, sure, just get a damage report. I was like, well, here's the email. I'm like, okay, that's good enough. Just let us know if you want to process the claim. I'm like, okay, cool. Just wait for Samsung to get back to me. And if they won't, then I'll go with you guys. And just get that claimed and sorted. And I get like 7,000 rand and put it towards a new phone.
Yeah, and insurance are just dickheads. They'll find any excuse to not pay off.
Yeah, my current brokers are good. They fight the good fight, dude. Like they really want, like when you got issues, just like no, must we lay a complaint? Do you want us to go to the ombudsman? This is not like, oh fuck, okay. This is weird having you care this much. But the Samsung insurance, like they'll just take your money, 800 rand, cool. I take it to the repair place. Oh, it's a 500 rand excess. I'm like, okay, fuck, that sucks, but I guess I'm gonna pay that. And then no, we still deny the claim because somebody else fixed it. I'm like, yeah. Had somebody else fix it because I went to 3 different repair places and none of you guys could fix the charging port the same day. And I don't have a backup on my phone and I need it to work. And then they just like, nope. And I said, fuck off. Go fuck yourself. I told the chick, I said like, when I picked up, I'm like, okay, cool, thank you. I'm just going to go to the head office now and throw it through their window. So you can lay your comment on. I'm like, no, I'm throwing it through their window. Like legit. I'm going through the mid-range tomorrow, so I'm probably going to throw it through the window.
Fun. Yeah, a guy at work...
They took 800 rand from me, so I want to get my 800 rand back.
A guy
at work?
There was a guy at work who was buying himself a new car, so he was getting quotes for insurance. And the person that he was on the phone with, he was saying sounded like a really cute sounding lady, and they were getting, having a nice chat. And then at some point, the conversation of driving responsibly kind of thing came up. And like jokingly, he says, "Oh, you don't really buy." He was buying an RX-8. It's like, "Oh, you don't really buy a sports car to drive it slow." She's like, I just need to put you on hold for a minute." So he sits there on hold,
Oh,
wait,
shit.
sits there and hold.
Premium right up.
Got back. It's like, "Well, since you've said that to me, and this call is recorded, we can no longer insure you on any RX-8 vehicles anymore."
Oh. Oh.
It's just what an idiot.
No, but like, you would think you could make a joke like that, but yeah, like,
No, but you've told them you're not going to drive it responsibly. You're going to rag it around, possibly
yeah,
make a
but
claim.
that's the thing. Like, it's. I've heard the insurance in the UK is like extremely difficult. Like, just to get insured at an affordable rate is like a mission.
Yes and no. So here they absolutely love no claim bonus or no claims type of thing. So obviously the younger you are, if you're under 25, insurance is stupid expensive. But if you're over 25, you'll be quite all right. You won't get shafted as much. But
You have to pay it up front, doesn't it?
you can decide to pay it yearly, or you can decide to pay it. So I'm just trying to think. You can either pay it yearly upfront, or you can pay it monthly. And that's just the way it works. Don't like it? Tough, kind of
You
thing.
get a discount on the yearly, yeah?
No, you get yes, you get a discount on yearly.
Yeah, because they're doing it this side as well. It's like you get like 2 months for free.
So what they have here is the no claims bonus. So if you haven't claimed in your first year, your prices go down, and your prices continue to go down for each year that you don't make a claim. On the surface, that's a great deal. That's
You just give them free money every year.
it makes sense. You're not getting money back. Your price goes down.
Yes. As long as you don't cost them money, they'll keep on.
Yeah,
As long as you don't cost us money, we'll charge you less.
yeah, that's precisely what they do.
No, you get the claim back bonus. No claim bonus here.
Yeah, with
You
our
gotta
insurance.
give money after like 5 years. So. No, like everyone's doing it now.
Yeah, but it was our insurance that did it first.
Yes. But now our insurance is the one that doesn't pay out. They're like Samsung. They go through every single loophole they can find. They try their hardest to find a loophole. I've taken it to the ombudsman before, and the ombudsman's like, "No man, fuck off. Pay the guy." And they're like, but. I'm like, yeah, no, fuck, pay me.
Money, give. Pocket.
Dude, this is why like, I don't have my Polo GT anymore. I used to have a very nice little Polo car with its racing straps and everything. And I had to fight to our insurance, and then they denied a claim and everything like that. I was like, cool, we'll cancel my insurance. They're like, so you got a car under finance, and you can't drive a car under finance without insurance. I was like, okay, don't worry, I'll sort that out. Just cancel my insurance. No, so you can't. So just go. So I'm thinking like I was going to fuck you to them, and went to the dealership. Said, hi, can you settle my balance? The guy looks at the car. I said, okay, yeah, sure. I gave him the keys and I walked home. And while I was walking over the phone, I showed it. Don't worry about the car. I gave it back. You can cancel my insurance.
Yeah, insurance
why I
companies are
drive a
just
Hyundai
scams. But yeah,
Like I've found one now that's actually good. Well, the brokers are good. They make sure you get paid because I said to them, I want an insurance that will actually cover me I don't mind paying what I need to pay. So don't give me all these special things. Tell me what I need to pay, so if anything happens, that I'll be covered. And lo and behold, these guys have been great. So yeah, what you're saying, sorry.
So because here insurance is required, if you're driving without without insurance, your car gets taken away, and you get points.
You got to show proof of insurance as well.
Like even if like you were to drive my car, I have to phone my insurance and pay an extra fee to get you insured.
Yes. I've heard of that, yeah.
So anyway, the problem with this no claim things, on paper it sounds good. You know, if you behave, you pay less. The problem is people cherish their no claim bonus. Like they will do what they can not to have to make a claim. So what people do is they run off from accidents and stuff like that. They try their, you know, if I've had my car hit twice, vehicles have just driven off because, you know, they don't want to have to deal with that. One of them was quite bad, like a massive dent on the actual metal frame right below the gas tank, right below the gas cap, and I was like, I have to get this repaired. It was like a massive gouge, and this was like, I'm paying close to £70 a month for my insurance.
It's about how much I'm paying for my household insurance.
Yeah, my household insurance is yearly, and I think it's the same price. But there's less chance of. But there's less chance of my house getting broken into than my car getting stolen or.
So I'm paying 1.6 for $500,000 worth of cover, plus all the laptops and computers and phones are covered for going out the house.
Jeez. But yeah, I
was paying $700, but I claimed 3 times in a year.
Yeah, but I hit my first year of no claims. I was like, yes, and literally it halved my insurance in half. This was like a month after I made my first claim. Wow. No, a month before I made my first claim, my price got reduced. I did my claim, and then at the end of the year, my price, I went back to zero on my no claims, and my price doubled immediately at my next renewal. And it was like literally nothing I can do about it, because if I try to switch to a different insurer, they'll charge me the same. Sometimes most of them was charging more.
That's like a cult sort of attitude, eh?
Yep.
So if you ever get hold of those people to pay for it, or like there's no cameras in that?
Well, that's the thing, is the one that I did get them footage of, they just knocked off the cover off my wing mirror. Which, because my car is black, I can just buy a black one off eBay. Which is exactly what I did. It cost me like £6 or £7, and I just got it done. I didn't want to have to deal with anything, with that kind of nonsense. But the second time my car got hit, which was literally a week and a half later, because I didn't know the vehicle, I had to pay the excess, and it affected my no claim bonus. Even though my car was parked, it happened in the middle of the night.
Okay, so here's the question. So for example, that person hit you, and then if you found them, would they just pay your excess, or would they be liable for the no claims bonus? Would their no claims bonus get fucked as well, and yours fucked, or would yours stay the same?
No, theirs would get fucked. Mine would stay the same, because the accident wasn't my fault.
Oh, okay, yeah. So they would give you the benefit of the doubt. It's like, okay, it wasn't your fault. They're paying for it. We're not going to penalize you.
Yeah. But because we didn't know who it was kind of like tough cookie.
Photos, they've got the Makers Edition now, dude. It's like $10 a month. I don't know if you have a referral link, Kirby.
It should be on the Core Podcast YouTube description in any of the videos. It should be a 20% discount.
Let me do my moderator stuff. TCP gang.
TCP.
Every 2 weeks with Kirby and his guest Johnny.
Yeah.
The friends of champ.
I'm busy lining up another guest, dude named Richard Doyle.
Doyle always sounds cool.
He used to be the manager of user groups for SolidWorks. And now he manages the user groups for Onshape.
Okay.
So I just feel like
A few times I started on that.
I feel like that will be a fun conversation.
Like 2 hours worth.
Well, I mean, I'll read the message. Like, it's not really about SolidWorks versus Onshape kind of conversation.
Well, it's the concept.
Yeah, I said to him, it's like, as we're both user group leaders, both do community-led projects, I thought we'd have a great conversation about the importance of user groups, community-led education and projects, networking events, and easy access to CAD design tools for young designers and makers. He said, yeah, it's cool. Let me know when.
I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, photos, I'm lucky. I'm still a hobbyist with CAD. So I still get to use the free license in Fusion. Like, I really want to jump into SolidWorks. I've had non-stop issues.
I mean, I wonder if any of those issues are because of your location.
Well, that's the next point I was actually going to make. I was going to say maybe if I'm actually using it in the country as I said I am, in my.
Because that could be the exact reason why it's freaking out on you. Well, cook. I've merged a feature somewhere.
So all that stuff on the left, is that all your pieces or is that your timeline? Or where's your...
Yeah, so this is what in SolidWorks is called the design tree. So this is every step I've taken so far. So like, for example, now I've accidentally merged this body to this body. So now I'm going to step back and try and find where it was merged. So there I can see because there's no solid line there. It's not merged yet. It's not merged yet. There we go. There it merges.
That's one thing with Fusion, so I don't like some of the things you have to like get rid of your timeline for it to work. I think it's like so stupid.
Yeah, so I've found where it was. I had merge selected here, but I wanted to merge with the rest of this, but not the sphere. So I've just isolated and say merge to this stuff. So if I were to hide all of this, see, I've just got that body now. So if I bring that back, this will allow me to get rid of all this guck in this on the inside and start to mirror it.
So are you gonna like preemptively design that for legs and stuff, or you're not gonna make them like foldable and something like that?
I want them to be foldable, but I think I'm going to go with the body first. Because I haven't really thought about that yet. You know, once I've got...
You'll just cut and stuff later.
Yeah, see, I've made this body so far. I'm going to make all the outer details, and then I'm going to try and figure out how am I going to get it to fold in and out. How am I going to get the hinge? If I try and figure that out now...
That's looking good. Like the more you work, the more like legit it does. The same as like when I used to watch your time lapses on your gun builds. It was awesome just seeing like it slowly get carved away.
Yeah, just shaped.
This reminds me of like Fotis. He's doing the ZBrush, so it's like when we were only high. Like it's like you and I doing design. And Fotis did art. Those are the subjects we all did.
See, like nowadays, that kind of cross section, you know, I'm not too concerned about the details like that. Let's delete that. Don't want no errors.
I'll keep looking at hot test systems.
They're so good. Like, I barely use mine, but
do I want your Boeing style, or do I want the joystick for the fighter stuff?
why not both?
Because they're very expensive.
Now you see, I've made that. What you do is awesome. The problem with ZBrush is that I get very lost in with all the tools. And I'm sure you feel the same. But I mean, all the tools that I use are basically here on the top. But if I want to create a shape, I know what tools I need to use to create that shape, and I don't know that in ZBrush enough. I don't know what tools are going to create what.
You missed the perfect opportunity there, Kirby.
What?
You're awesome.
No, you're awesome. See, now that's all joint, and you can barely see that little gap.
It looks so sleek when you like mirror it like it. What kit bash did they originally do with this? It's like an aeroplane or something like that.
Yeah, they would take. I don't know exactly what the kit bash for the TIE fighters were, but quite often a lot of like they would create the basic shape like this, you know, put something like that. You know, create using like ABS or plastic to create a basic shape, but then all of these little bits, like to me, these look like pins from a PCB. You know, from like a. Do you know what I mean? Like the top side of.
No, I was trying to think what else. Like it reminded me of something like those round parts. Like the spheres of sphere, like the way it's sitting on it's like an assembly.
Yeah, like I wouldn't be surprised if that's exactly what they used. These little PCB pins.
So this is 3 to 4 brush strokes. Yeah, your style of design, it's knowing what to do and where. So like knowing like, okay, cool, if I use this brush, I'll get this effect and all that kind of stuff like that. Whereas what Kirby's doing is it's all shapes. Is that a square? Is that a triangle?
Yeah, like if I step all the way back, this is one thing I love about SOLIDWORKS. So I can go back to all the way at the beginning. And all it is make that shape. Add some more shapes onto it. Then I figured it was fairly symmetrical, so
you can add and work forward from there.
Yeah, if I wanted to add something over here, I can move it forward. It might confuse it, and it might throw a hissy fit. Because, say, for example, if something here is related to what you changed. But yeah, it's just about adding shapes and then just molding those shapes. Very similar to digital sculpting. And I've added, you know, this big block, cut it away, shaped it.
Your digital sculpting, that's like, it's knowing what dimples make an effect.
Yeah.
It's like working with shading. It's like shading a 3D model.
Yeah. So once I've got my basic shape like that, you know, I'm sculpting with geometry. That's when I just start to, tiny little bit by bit, is just add more little tiny details, more shapes, details. You know, fillet them off just to round them up. And that's all it is. It's just very similar to ZBrush. Start with a basic shape and just add other shapes. It's just the difference is the shapes I'm using are geometric.
Sorry, I'm still here. I was just listening to a clip quickly.
Yeah, no worries. You do you.
Oh, it's always shitty when I got like a gaming session and then like I realize my audio didn't record. Also, on another note, I've actually sort of enjoyed not having a phone on me for 2 days.
What have you been using?
I've been walking around the house with my laptop because WhatsApp works on my PC still. Luckily. And then when my charging port bombed out, I duplicated all my authenticators onto my wife's phone just in case they couldn't get the charging port right.
Oh, fair enough.
PC, when this thing bombed, I basically had maybe 2 days worth of photos I hadn't backed up. So it's not the end of the world, which is like, it's a weird thing to like realize. Like by the back of my head, I feel like I should be panicking.
That's one thing I like about Download Festival. Because there's so many people, you can't use your phone, and you're just forced to just live in the moment.
Yeah. What I'm doing now, like it's literally like I feel like I'm crazy busy because I'm always on my computer, just like answering WhatsApps and stuff. But when I leave the house, I'm like, okay, cool. I get a little bit paranoid because I'm like, what if something happens? So, like tomorrow, I'm just gonna go buy. Well, I don't know. You can buy phones for as little as 150 rand now, dude.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's bona fides. Drug dealers use it.
Yeah, there's a little disposable, but I didn't think it was like a dual SIM phone that takes a memory card could be that cheap. I would have had it today already, but yeah, apparently you need your ID to get a phone now.
I think it's a SIM card that you need.
Nope. ID. I wanted my ID for the phone. Maybe it's because it's a disposable phone used by drug dealers, so maybe it's just like a thing they put in place.
Like, yeah, I can just go to Tesco's, which is like Pick and Pay. Just pick up a phone for £10 with a SIM card and that. And they don't ask who you are.
Do they also register the SIM cards or not?
No. There we go. I've just made this insertable. I don't know why, but I feel like that's going to be important later.
I actually, maybe you can do this as like a live streaming topic or a video topic, is making a game asset ready for print.
There was a dude that did that on Twitch. He doesn't stream that much anymore, but he would design game assets and that kind of stuff and just show how to design game assets. I forgot a detail. Nice.
Oh, no.
I feel like I'm getting better at that.
Was it a sound effect or was it you?
That was me.
Well, I think you're perfect at it then. You made me look at my soundboard and I was like, oh, wait, no, I don't have that set up. Somebody clip that.
You can do that.
Oh, you do have the clipping feature.
I think almost every channel has it now.
Mine has it after the fact. Oh god, I don't know where it is.
He streams right here. You should stream on Twitch, by the way. Oh, fuck, I should have done it. I'm able to stream on... I've spoken to them. What's it called? I've got their Discord here.
Oh,
No, Make a Deck. They said I could do this on there.
that sounds dirty.
Basically, it's just a stream. It's run by a dude named Chris Perillo. I think that's how it's said. But all it is makers who just stop printing stuff can just live stream their whatever they're printing onto this Twitch channel, and it's running 24 hours a day. It's got 100 viewers at a time.
That's cool. I'd love to get one of those PC building streaming channels.
Well, that's the thing, is that it's kind of open to any kind of making. So that's why I said to them, it's like, would you mind if I live stream 3D design on there? And they're like, yeah, sure, that'll be cool.
I think that sounds.
There was Photos who highlighted it to me.
Well, can you dual stream to it, or do they prefer you to?
I mean, I can cross stream. I can cross my streams. Basically, what I'd do is I would run a virtual camera of just my screen that I have open in OBS.
Just run double chat.
Because it's people on there chatting just about all sorts of stuff, but the way that I want to use it is be like, I'm designing this. I'm going to be a little box shared with up to 9 people. So if people want to go and see more and see my face and ask questions, they can also watch on my Twitch stream.
Because
then
then broadcast it and then direct people to your other channel.
Yeah, because I can then talk directly to everyone.
Actually got some good clips to post for a change. I've been like trying not to post shit.
I see you reposted your Battlefield clip.
Yes, I was just on some advice. I was just doing an experiment because I've milked that thing a bit too much on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people do that where their stuff doesn't hit well, they just repost it.
I just tried it different because, like, basically, I spoke to somebody that actually is a Twitch partner manager, and they had not Twitch, TikTok.
Right.
This TikTok partner manager, and then they were speaking about how it works, and like TikTok, you got to put your face into things with TikTok. They want more personal attachment.
More personality, yeah.
That's why my TikTok's not taking off, because it's just the videos. And rather, TikTok doesn't like variety. Like, so like people go there for flight sim, they want flights. That's it.
Yeah, like my one flight sim video is just
the other stuff.
all my flight sim videos do well, but the rest don't. So we need to play more Flight Simulator to get more clips.
Yeah, well, this weekend, let's do it.
I can't this weekend
Oh shit.
because my mum's visiting.
Oh yes, yeah. And then you going on holiday for a month, or you just off for a month?
Off for a month. Like, my mum will probably go to bed early and I'll probably still dick about on my computer. So I might still be around.
Like you said, you're going to do a project sometime. On your walls.
I mean, here's a project, Photos. I need some men to fly my
Yeah,
TIE
I was
fighter.
just about to say. Yeah, so there was actually like alien dudes on the dark side. It wasn't just people.
What?
Dude, no, no, there was actually like, no, it wasn't just like humans. It was like also the aliens that were on the dark side, or the Imperials. Sorry.
I mean, yeah.
I've got a Phasma highlight. What a highlight here. Yeah, I really enjoyed that Phasma night. Eh? So good.
Hold on. You're surprised that there are aliens on the dark side. Darth Maul
I'm not surprised. I just thought Darth Maul was like a tattooed guy. Like legit. I didn't think he was an alien.
You look for
Dude,
a
I
recruiter.
barely know the lore of Star Wars. Like Rogue One and stuff like that. I fell asleep during those, dude.
What? Rogue One is probably one of the best Star Wars films. You know why?
I had to watch it like 2 times.
You know why it's the best?
Because Luke Skywalker's at the end. He's also like fat and old.
No, he's not. Luke isn't in it. It's Leia, for one.
No, she was dead. She was hologrammed in. Did you?
In Rogue One. Rogue One is them stealing the is a team that they steal the Death Star plans just before A New Hope.
Which is the relaunch when you got introduced to Kylo Ren and the stormtrooper guy.
Force Awakens.
That one I fell asleep in. And the one after that I couldn't watch. I was sick, and then I got half an hour in and also fell asleep.
I enjoy them.
And I haven't watched anything after that. No, I try, but like
Rogue One is incredible.
when I found out the stormtrooper was a Jedi, I only learned that after
He isn't a Jedi.
Isn't he?
No.
Oh, I thought he was a Jedi. So that's how much I know. I thought,
You're gonna give me...
but I haven't watched any of the Mandalorian.
You're missing out. Well, now you got Disney Plus.
Yes, but I'm not getting it yet. I'm gonna get it on the fucking 30th. Jesus, dude, these subscriptions that go off on like the 18th and the 10th, and fuck. Like I'm canceling my own email for 10 days just to get it back on the 30th. I'm even closing my bank account just to get it on the 30th.
Your bank, you should be able to request to change the date.
F&B has gotten so retarded lately, dude. I'm actually, because I was not going to close it. I'm going to get a different bank. I'm moving away from F&B.
Well, that's why they call it F and Bank.
Exactly. We're going to go Capitec or Africa Bank or something like that.
Capitec. They're too old school.
No, they're getting like on par now. Like lately, they're getting awards left, right, and center.
Well, how come I still can't use their online banking from the UK?
I don't know about that because they're a South African bank, not a UK bank. Why do you have a Capitec?
Because my mom said I must have a Capitec account.
Okay.
Basically,
Dexter from Offspring is now Dr. Dexter Holland is now an HIV side.
Rogue One by far the best. But the reason why Rogue One is the best is because everyone dies. There's no happy ending.
Oh, spoilers. Is there a movie after Rogue One?
A New Hope. It's literally like the most brutal Darth Vader, and everybody dies. All to get the Death Star plans, and then at the end the plans are given to Princess Leia. And then where that movie ends is where the very, very first Star Wars starts. Like the one that was released in the 70s, episode 3. Sorry, episode 4.
Okay, so I'm confused. So now, A New Hope is like a prequel.
It's what they call a Star Wars story. So it's not Star Wars. It's a story from Star Wars.
Okay, I'm Google Star Wars now and it's not there.
Yeah.
So the Rise of Skywalker is the last Star Wars one.
Yeah. The scene with the lightsaber in the end. The stormtrooper.
This is brutal as when they nail all the kids.
It's dark. Like, it's just so
Rise of
brutal.
Skywalker, so that's with Kylo Ren, yeah.
Yeah, that's the The sequel trilogy,
That's the one.
episode 7, 8, 9.
That's episode 9. Yeah. What's this? The Last Jedi. Did I watch it?
That was episode 8. That was after. Oh, yeah, that was the second of the newer trilogy. After what's it? The Force Awakens.
So Revenge of the Sith, yeah, I watched that when I was a kid. Then it was Force Awakens. That's when they introduced everyone. Yes.
Then it's
That
The Last
had,
Jedi, and then The Rise of Skywalker.
Mark Hamill, yeah, because they had Luke Skywalker at the end of the movie. I remember that. And then this one, I fell asleep during. 'Cause I was sick. I'm trying to watch it twice, but it's like, what, 2.5 hours or something? Yeah, 2 hours. 2 hours, 21 minutes. And then The Rise of Skywalker. And then... Well, what order do I watch it now, if I'm going to catch up? So I just watch these 3 and then Rogue One.
No. Rogue One.
So Rogue One doesn't split.
You want to watch Rogue. You can just watch Rogue One on its own, because Rogue One as a story is just on its own. But if you want to follow up with another movie, it's A New Hope, Episode 4. That's like the very first Star Wars film that was released.
1977, yeah. Which one had that like epic Death Star scene where they flew through the channel and stuff?
A New Hope.
Was it Empire Strikes Back? Was it A New Hope? Okay.
Yeah. Trench Run, it's called.
Why is... Return of the Jedi, he started trying to rebuild it, or was that it?
Yep. Yeah, that was episode 5. They started to rebuild it. And then episode 6 is where they blow it up again with the Ewoks. The little bears.
Yes, I remember that one. They all got like fucked up in the forest and stuff like that. So like they squished the one dude.
Yeah, episode 5 is with Hoth, with the AT-ATs.
Yes. The AT-AT, yeah. Oh, I thought I'd trigger you.
I'm looking at the details you throw in there with the CAD software. I mean, I could make it more detailed.
Oh, so you didn't answer me earlier on the WhatsApp. So was that apart from those car guys? Was it like a once-off, or was it like you manufacturing for them?
I don't know the whole story of what we're making for them.
Okay, I didn't want to mention any names just in case it's confidential.
Yeah, we are under NDA.
Okay, so good thing I omitted details. I'm starting to learn like with like you and like your group of friends. You guys actually work with like important shit that some of it shouldn't be mentioned, and I'm a loudmouth.
It's fine. I'm used to it.
Yo, I was under NDA with this Evangelion stuff with Asus. I knew all about it and all that kind of shit.
What, the new screens?
No, they did a cross. You know that Gundam crossover I did?
Yep.
They reviewed it. So now I've got Evangelion, which is another anime that they've crossed over with as well. It's all purple and green. So quite cool.
Are you going to get that one as
I'm
well?
not familiar with the French. Everything's hush hush right. Oh look, I'm on the back burner right now because there's a lot more bigger creators involved. So I'm like watching these guys, and the one dude I actually got sick with envy. Like
What?
I had to close Twitter. I've never felt that jealous in my life before.
Why?
Yeah, no, he's just got this really cool thank you package and shit like that, and then that new gaming tablet from Asus and shit.
Oh, yeah, I see that a lot in
I think
with gamers.
what pissed me off, right, is that he doesn't know the Asus products. He's so fucking blasé about it.
That always annoys me when they're like, you see someone opening up like a like for example a Lego set or something like that, and you can see they don't know what they're doing. And Legos, like for example with the Lego Star Wars,
If I had to open it.
yeah, there was a for the Lego Star Wars video game. A lot of YouTubers and that were sent this like special edition Lego built puzzle of a gonk droid, and it looked fucking dope. And then like you're watching some of them, this really cool box thing, and they couldn't really figure it out, and it's just kind of like you have no clue how cool this is, and you just kind of it's this
nerding
cool
out,
little
like,
thing.
cringing at the same time. But like no, dude, like this YouTuber, he got basically a £2,000 tablet with another £1,000 external GPU adapter for his laptop and the tablet, and a bunch of like swag and stuff like that. He's like, oh cool, I think I've heard about this. He's like, it might be quite nice for later. I'll have to figure out what it does. I'm like, what the fuck? Like I know your channel's got like over 100,000 subs, but Jesus, dude. And then he had like a post the other day where he had like an entire table full of Razer products. And then I was just like, fuck, dude, like, who are you simping for? I don't know.
Yeah. I wouldn't even trust the review from that. Like, people like Linus Tech Tips or Jay's 2 Cents, they know what they're talking about, and they'll review
I've
it.
taken his advice a few times, and it hasn't failed me. Like, Linus's keyboard opinions, like, sit well with me every time. So when he mentions something about a keyboard, like, I listen to it wholeheartedly. Yeah, it's like that YouTube I was just talking about now. Like, I had a laugh there when he showed me that when he did that post with all the Razer products. I was like, oh, dude, couldn't you find any of the good stuff? Or couldn't you find any of the better brands out there?
Now, if you keep simping for Asus, they'll give you your chance.
Sure. Why is your stream buffering?
I mean, unfortunately,
Is it
you've...
my internet or is it, did you just buffer?
Sorry?
Did you just buffer or is it my end? That's you.
Doesn't say anything about my stream dropping. It says stream
Because it was blurry and it kept saying 1080p. Yeah, I see Muffin Fuzz's modded, not Brandon Walters.
Got a control room.
How's your old videos doing? You still getting views in them, or is it like next to nothing?
Yeah, I'm still getting views.
Oh wow, my channel gets more views than yours does.
Probably.
Yeah, I got 4.9 and you got 2.4. I didn't realize like how badly my like depression and anxiety hit me this month, and I saw my YouTube stats. And I was like, holy shit! I was like literally motivated to do nothing.
Yeah, that's why I haven't really done anything on this anymore, because I haven't had the urge to do anything. Like I sat there thinking, like I really need to do more on it, but then I'm just kind of like, no, that's a bit of effort. I'd rather play some PC Building Simulator.
That game's addictive.
I fucked up in that game.
What?
I got myself to like level 8 or 9, and I got a bit too clicky with my clicky, and I accidentally bought the wrong components for a guy's computer that I was building, and so I had to go and buy more stuff.
Oh, you max and stuff.
So I got myself into the negative. When I reordered his stuff, and then I accidentally clicked on the button to reinvest in this guy's business.
Oh, you did that? Sorry, I didn't even bother with him.
Well, the more you unlock it, the more you can do to change the business. So I accidentally did that, and it got me below the point where I could not buy anything. So I was like, oh shit.
You couldn't do any builds.
Yeah. So I had this one computer that I was going to build, but I needed some more cash. So I started selling off some stuff, and I accidentally sold some of the components to finish this build that would have got me back into the positive, because it was like a $2,000 build.
Yeah.
And I accidentally sold the wrong thing, so I couldn't buy the parts again. And there was literally nothing I can do. You can't get a loan. You can't, do anything. I was broke. I couldn't do anything. So I had to start again.
Wow.
Because I want to play through the game to get to the point where I can do custom water cooling, and I feel like once I've done that stuff, I'll be quite happy.
Well, for me, it's literally my work. So I get triggered by some of the things that they make you do. But the devs even trolled me on fucking Twitter. Had a laugh.
What did they do?
Colts 3D is such a cool website. It's got some really good stuff there.
Your 8080 went crazy in printables. It still is.
On printables now. Yeah.
Yeah, I uploaded that there a long time.
The music on PC Building Simulator is good though.
I don't use the music too much.
It's actually some good tunes.
You know what I wish PC Building Simulator had? Multiplayer.
I was going to say you're a multiplayer, but like PC building competitions. We could make it.
No, but like...
but I would say like the devs, they troll because like I said, they've got some new updates because there's a second version of it coming out soon. So I said, oh, please get rid of taking the standoffs off
motherboards. Jesus.
And they're like, okay, we heard you. We'll make the animation slower. I was like, fuck you, cunt, man.
Why do you have to remove the standoffs?
The only time you remove standoffs is when you're going from ATX to MATX. You remove two standoffs. But you don't even have to. Or if you're going from ATX to EATX, you've got to remove one as it shorts your border. That's a learning experience. Nope, they just choose to troll.
It is the most annoying thing. But
I did have a good laugh though.
You're playing on the Asus DLC.
Oh yeah, so like everything's like overkill and looks like shit. Like it really does look bad. Oh, you played 20 hours of the game. Fucking hell.
Is that all?
I played recently. Are you further ahead than me?
What level are you?
I don't know.
Should say in the top right.
You're 25.4 hours. I've played 25.5 hours. You almost played as much as I have.
I don't know. I've been playing it a lot lately, and I'm really enjoying it. But like the reason why I say it would be cool to have multiplayer is if you can, both be building PCs at the same time, kind of like Farm Simulator.
That game's also like weirdly addictive.
I like it.
I'm level 13.
Level 13. I'm level... Considering I've played 2 save games. One that got to level 8 and the other one is now level 11. So what advantage is it to have like the Asus workshop?
Nothing, it's just visual.
I thought like you had all the products on your shelves.
No, I thought so too. Nice. Just visual.
I get so much anxiety in that game when my inventory is full of just shit.
The IT expansion.
Oh, that means you go to people's businesses and you do like printers as well.
Oh,
The most annoying thing is that you start again.
literally a job simulator.
That's quite a fun game. In VR.
That's my job. There's only 25% of the company to change its name. Yo, I haven't given this guy fuck all money. He irritates me. eBay guy. He's a thought. What's happening?
Yeah, I've got to give him 7,500 now.
I love how it uses your actual wallpaper for your computer.
Mine doesn't. I don't know. I think it did.
How do I change the PC? Like, I don't sell anything on PC. I'm negative 236. That's because like I'll pay so much in shipping, dude. I get like same day shipping for everything.
I'm the same. Like, I just can't be asked to plan ahead. Probably will have a Star Wars month for July. Gonna make the cool ones I haven't made yet. Mandos, Rancors, Kenobis.
I got planes, mate.
That would be quite cool.
Make notes. What would
I mean, you should have done that for May.
Oh, they changed workshop. So I've got Razer, Overclockers RS, NZXT, Fractal Design Aorus, EVGA.
It's like you've forked out a lot for that.
No, I got it on like a Humble Bundle special, but I paid like what, 200 Rand for everything.
You know, I never do that. I'll make the trends when the trends is gone.
Like, who makes stuff while it's trending? Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I'm not making this in May either.
Closest thing I do to trends is adding a hashtag to one of my Twitter things. What? It said free and now you want £4.13. Go fuck yourself. I'm cheap.
For what?
Anti-sag support riser with custom 3D printed badges swappable. Like, I haven't even seen the picture of it. The website's not loading properly. Oh, there we go. One picture loaded. These new cards are so fucking long that they sag from out the box.
Next month I'll make Love, Death, Robots. I haven't started watching it yet.
Love Death No, that sounds cool.
It's a series on Netflix. Every episode's made by like a small independent animation company or animation house, and it's like some of the best animation you'll ever see.
That sounds good. This place has got a slide, dude. This is awesome. Spare PCs. Money, money, money. Left click to slide. Yes, please. Whee!
One thing I've started doing in the game is buying PCs off the eBay that they have.
Yeah. I haven't even looked at that. I don't look at the eBay thing.
Because you can buy broken computers, and quite often it's like a RAM stick or something like that.
One of the stand-ups has gone.
You buy it for dirt cheap because it's broken.
Mm.
And then you repair it, overclock it, and sell it for like 4 or 5 times the price that you paid.
That's good to know. I'll know that beforehand. That's the fun thing about being like a 3D designer and stuff. You look at things like you look at things online. You're like, oh man, I'm not gonna pay for it. I'll design it, but you never do. Like I look at some of these like GPU things. I'm like, no man, I'll make that. I'm not gonna pay. The only thing I successfully copy is like shirt designs and stuff.
I mean, that's not too difficult.
No, most of it isn't. You got like, a lot of artistic freedom. But also, you just remind yourself nobody's seen the original, so just design it. Just loosely copy the design, and hey, it's there.
Hey, presto.
Yeah, I'll find it. Yes. So what's Sarah out doing? Is it a work thing or is it just the girls now?
No, they're doing like some team building thing that they all decided to do. Something like what you call it? Like playing mini golf, indoor mini golf, some nonsense.
Very, very different to throwing axes.
Axes was alright. It felt a bit weird because you're not allowed to drink. And they're all like, hey, come, let's go throw axes. And, hey, points, ring bells. And you just kind of like, I need a few beers to be into this.
Yeah, like, your energy is way too high for my sober brain.
They did sell beer, but it was non-alcoholic beer. I was like, I can pretend. But it was quite cool.
Actually, I will admit there's some non-alcoholic beer, so it tastes right nice.
Throwing axes was actually pretty hard. Like, I thought, it'll be easy. Nah, it took a while before we got in. But when you get that technique, when you get that techers, and just like that sound it makes when it goes in and it sticks, you just feel so good.
Like you used to throw the fork into the grass.
Yeah.
The gardening fork. It seems easy until you try and get it accurate every time. But the same with the axe. I've seen those things bounce back way too many times for me to be confident to do it.
You've got too much preservation of life.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I like my head attached.
Season 1 amazing, Season 2 weak, Season 3 very nice. I enjoyed Season 2.
I should actually just spend a weekend, sit down and watch half this stuff.
That's what I told Johnny to do as well. Because then we got things to talk about.
Oh, he's too busy being tired. I'm keen to see him solo host while you're away.
Well, he's organised Matt next week, apparently. Someone we've been trying to get on for a while, and he's always kind of flaked.
I'm keen, dude. I'm keen to, I want him to succeed because I was looking at your old stuff versus now, and like, the vibe is like so much different.
More energy.
You're like the whole thing that makes your podcast. Well, what made me stick around was like your back and forth between each other. It's good, dude. Like when you did what do you call it, Swaggan?
Slug me.
No, that's just Slug Me. There we go. Swaggan's your SolidWorks user group, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, so you Slug Me, like it's the vibe, dude. Like 10 hours a day, like it's awesome.
Oh, that was
It's great to watch.
You mean the hallway hangouts?
Hallway Hangouts, here we go. I should literally looking at your channel, I couldn't even think of it. But like, so like your vibe, everything's great, but then like your normal episodes are sort of like going, so draggy.
Yeah, just it does feel a bit like effort now.
It's like 2 hours, hour and a half.
Make the hamster ball from Overwatch. That'll be too easy.
Nah, man, it's not easy at all. Fucking pops open and stuff. It's like a BB-8 on drugs. I had a guy today ask me for a PC quote. So he saw one of my pictures online. He wants like, so he's got a budget of 50 grand. I'm like, dude, this computer costs like close to 100. And he's like, oh yeah, like, just get me something. So he shows me like a bunch of screenshots of items, and I can see the way the text is. It's Wootware. So I go to Wootware and I check it out. Like he's got a budget of 50 grand. The stuff on Wootware is 58. And he's like, oh, just give me a competitive quote and make it cheaper. And I'm thinking like, fuck, dude. I'm gonna find somewhere to drop 8 grand and get you more items in it. No, the fuck.
Not a chance. I'll make you Hammond. I miss those guys.
The step you make, you should make an answerable for it. I also, dude, I gotta look at Amazon Prime every now and then. I'm just like, yeah.
Clarkson's farm was fucking amazing.
And he's still trying to get it renewed. And every time I see it like on Prime, I'm like, oh. That actually reminds me, I'm gonna cancel this because I'm not watching it. This Prime Video by itself is actually shit. In the membership.
I mean, I use Prime for its shipping.
Yeah, I had Prime shipping for a while. I realized I don't order anything from them. There's no Grand Tour, there's no Clarkson Farm. Who the fuck Jack Ryan, right? These fuck shitty chick flicks and old movies.
I need to fix this. There we go.
Like I'd rather like divert this $100 whatever to
Disney Plus.
yeah. Disney owns Marvel, right?
Yep. Yeah, Disney has. They also own Fox.
I don't know what's Fox.
So like Family Guy, The Simpsons, a lot of that kind of stuff. The Walking Dead. Disney has a lot of stuff. Like Disney has really made Netflix shit themselves.
Well, hearing about the lineup and stuff like that, it just sounds awesome. Like I'm super keen to get it.
Why are you not liking this?
Like I said, I'm gonna wait until the 30th, just so it doesn't renew the shitty day of the month.
Cool.
What is happening with fucking America, dude? They're like fucking themselves over with like nutty people, gun addicts. Oh my god. Like it's literally the one country I've got like no desire to go to in any rush whatsoever.
America's great.
Oh, as a tourist maybe, but fucking the actual country's fucked, dude.
Not really.
Just like, well, the picture you get from like outside is just like a bunch of spoiled kids. They can't get their feelings hurt.
That's the thing, is that all the Americans that I know are sound people. They they don't sound like they just aren't the people that you see on the news or anything. They decent
but you
people.
haven't challenged them either. Like the Americans, you know, ask them if you can take away their guns and what they think of abortion.
I mean,
Like,
but
you haven't tackled those. They haven't tackled those topics with them yet. That's the thing.
but I haven't had a need to ask them any of that stuff. It's never been.
No, of course, yeah. Like your industry, there's like literally no place for it.
Like one of the guys I know, he works for Smith and Wesson.
Ask him what he thinks of gun control.
I mean, I just think America's got itself in a point where they can't get rid of guns.
Oh no, it's part of their culture and their identity and all this kind of stuff.
Not so much that. It's more. There's so many illegal guns out there that you need to combat guns with guns. Where, for example, here in the UK, that's not really an issue because there isn't a problem with guns yet.
Well, there is a major problem with guns.
Like
Too many people got access to. No, my wife showed me like the whole like abortion story because they're like such a religious based state. Their like religion is clouding their judgment with the whole abortion thing, and it's the Christianity is making decisions in Parliament and all that where it shouldn't actually be allowed to have an effect. And it's sad to watch. It really is.
I mean, how do you feel about abortion?
Should be legalized completely. I'm extremely pro-life. Or pro-abortion.
Well, it's pro-choice is the word you're looking for.
That's the word, yeah. And you?
I believe it depends on the situation. I mean, it's you can do what you want, but I mean, it all depends on what the situation is. If you wanna have an abortion, that's fine. If you're against it, that's fine.
So my opposition to it is like it's the way like the Americans are doing it right now is like if you got a miscarriage, right? You have to get an abortion, get the dead baby out.
Yeah.
They're against that. They're against all the actual practical reasons. Like a chick gets raped and she's pregnant with the freaking rapist baby. She doesn't want the kid. Or like an impoverished couple, they have a bit of a kinky nut and then they get pregnant, they can't afford the baby. Then like Americans are like, no, fuck you, you gotta keep it. It's like, no, if you catch it early, you're like, oh, we made a fuck up.
Yeah, you should have that opportunity to decide if you're ready for it or not.
Yeah, like I've had an oopsie with an ex back in the day. And she's like, oh, I'm pregnant. I'm like, oh, cool. You remember we all agreed upon getting rid of it, right? And she's like, yeah, no, okay, cool. Let's go through it. Let's get it done. And it's not nice for the woman, but
I mean, it's a scary decision as well because you don't know how you're going to feel about it.
no, well, we were young, so the decision was like, it was an easy decision to make. So, but like also we were on the same page. We both had made up our minds. It's the way they take it is it's just so aggressive, and like the counter argument is like now it's like, why do you care so much about the kid before it's born when you give zero fucks about it afterwards? You're not fighting Parliament to get more budget put into the foster home system. You're not fighting Parliament to make parents responsible for their kids and not like being allowed to abandon them and stuff.
Yeah,
Nobody's fighting that.
Yeah, fight for a better system that look after the kids that are here currently.
No, or prevent orphaned children. Like here in South Africa, like with the Christianity, like you can't have an abortion because it's against their religion. So what do the people do? They have the baby full term and then dump the baby in dustbin. Because it's against your religion to have the abortion, but it's not against your religion to murder
Abandon.
and leave it to die. Yeah. So yeah, I just thought oh, something that's been there. It's annoying, but America.
That also depends on what states.
It's normally like it was like Texas and Tennessee and so the ones like Kentucky. Those like heavy right wing ones.
I need to find the right plane.
Why is this guy focusing so much on Castellan? What is so good about Castellan? Free stream widgets in the list. Oh. Streaming to YouTube as a main purpose. It's like the integrations. They're so set up for bigger channels. They're like smaller dudes don't get all of these like API benefits. But you got such a like huge barrier to entry.
I mean, I kind of like the huge barrier for entry because it weans out the ones that are like there was quite a lot of people started live streaming in lockdown, thinking, "Oh, for my time, I play video games, might as well stream it." Kind of like the way you went into it, but it rewards the ones that stick around.
No, definitely. But for me, like the monetization, I don't give a fuck about it. Like I honestly, like if somebody subs or gives me money, something like that, then cool. Then all I do with that money, dude, is I just like pay a graphic designer to do more emotes and shit.
Yeah.
That's all I do. I just reinvest into the channel, or I'll put it towards lights or a new camera or whatever. But what I want more of is, like, say, like adding the emotes and integrations with outside stuff with the API and just the chat. That stuff, you got to wait to get 1,000 subs to get any of that stuff in.
Yeah.
And it's like, even dude, today I did a survey. I did it for like 20 minutes and I wasn't even done with this YouTube survey. I got so like I was like, okay, fuck, I'm done. I'm done answering these questions.
With an ad.
Say again?
A YouTube survey ad or?
No, it's just like an actual survey. It was in the creator dashboard. I asked me a bunch of questions and stuff like that.
See, I don't want to say, yeah, kind of burned with YouTube, because I was at a point where my channel was, I could monetize my channel. Let me get to it. YouTube Studio. Monetization. Yeah, they added in the requirement that you needed 4,000 public watch hours. As soon as they introduced that, I stopped earning. You know, I was getting like payouts £60 every like 3 or 4 months.
That's like a good little tip every now and then, yeah. They did that because of all the bot accounts. The bot accounts are basically uploading full series and stuff. All that kind of shit. Or just a couple of videos and getting some subscribers and monetizing it, selling off the channels.
Yeah.
Like, if you can sell your channel, dude, somebody will happily buy it and rename it. It happens on TikTok all the time. Like, you see these, like, I don't know if you ever come across these, like, TikTok accounts where there's, like, 40k subs and it's Oaks like, oh, give me money to guess this, give me money to guess that. So it seems to be like a Nigerian or something. And he's like 30k sub account.
I mean, it could also just be bought subs.
Yeah. But like a lot of like these click farms make all these accounts, get a shit ton of them, or like just like 1,000 subs, you can go live, or 1,000 followers, you can go live. So I got that extra TikTok account. That's like one little experiment I'm doing right now. Oh, but it's 11:15, my dude. I think I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna finish this little feature and then call it quits. But I thought this was gonna be like 45 minutes. It's been almost 2.5 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours 20 minutes. It's like you and I, we've been talking for how many? What, hours straight, easy. You know what I mean? And we like talk daily as well. Like,
Yeah.
like,
I mean, Johnny and I, we avoid talking to each other so that we have things to say.
I don't know. It's something needs to change. Because like your potential for the podcast is like so high.
Just need to be re-energized.
Yeah, it was like me and Raina, was my business partner. Like we also like had a big chat like last week, just to get on the same page because like we're drifting apart. And I was like, no, let's have a chat. I need to get on your
wavelength.
Your wavelength. I need to see what you're thinking and how you think.
When you're going to start a podcast.
Oh, we're gonna do one with this tech cab story. And we did like a 2-hour podcast, spoke some shit, and then my audio was corrupted. And then his side recorded his mic, but not our Discord conversation. So it didn't have backup. Because my audio is fucked. I was like, okay, cool, I've got his backup. Fuck. Because mics can share like programs and drivers. Cameras don't like sharing it.
The Elgato camera, I think, can. There's a few new cameras out in the market now that have designed specifically to be able to share.
I think my next camera is a DSLR.
A lot of people say don't go for that. Like your purposely built stream cameras are good enough.
I just like the lens options. Like I'll get the Razer camera. Their streaming camera looks pretty nice with that ring light built into it.
One of these circles is not circular.
How much did you pay for your lights?
Quite cheap. I think it was like £20 or £30. But the one,
I might ask you to send some back with your mom.
this one here is like a exhibition light that I took from work. That cost £200. But this one here, and I've got the controls.
Yeah, they got the remote. That's what I like.
Well, it's not a remote. I can actually make it brighter. Yes. See here, and I can change my exposure, my gain, so that
The lower your exposure is on the camera, the better the camera runs.
Yeah, I'm at
That looks
-4.
nice. Oh, it went dark. That dark shadow. Ooh, that looks good.
But I want
Slightly behind it. My camera, the reason why I went for the 922 and not the 920 is the 922 does 60 FPS at 720.
I got given my 920.
Actually, I wanted to ask you. I remember you showed me when you got the 720 Logitech camera. And then I saw your one video you sent me, and it was like the 920. I was like, I thought we shared everything with each other.
I took that from work. I needed a second camera and I couldn't find my one. So I just borrowed it from work. That was the first webcam I had. Was one of those.
I found out something since working on my laptop more recently. That my laptop's webcam is actually pretty nice.
The key to a nice looking webcam is lighting.
No, but like it also like you can go crisp. Like one of my wife's laptop is like absolute potato dog shit.
Okay. Then I combine these. Let me mirror it just to get the full effect. Nice.
Oh, that looks so
Save.
now, dude.
Oh.
Cool. I'm gonna call it there, dude. Thank you for the lack of cockblot.
Yeah, nothing like a bit of cockblot.
Definitely. I've got load shedding from 6 to 9 the whole week.
Well, that really messes with your stream schedule.
Yeah, but my father-in-law's gonna give me 2 of his batteries from the office, so that should give me at least 4 hours of battery life. Provided there's fucking sun. Oh gosh. Focus as well, dude. Cheers, my buddy.
Yeah, thank you for joining as well.
Have a good one, my buddy.
Very nice work. Thank you very much, Fotis. Brandon, it's been good chat.
It always is, man. Cheers.
Just. But yeah, this is a good place to leave this. Good progress. Finish the side wings, most of the details on there, and then it's off to the side wings. Yeah, 2.5 hours. I didn't expect that. But thank you very much for joining. It's been fantastic. I've got buttons. Yes, because I've got Stream Deck now. I can actually push buttons to do things. Which one? I need that button. Okay. Does this work? No, that button doesn't work yet. I've still got to sort it all out. Next one, you'll make the slave. Not allowed to call it the slave one no more. It's now Boba Fett's starship. Cool. I think I've got everything ready to go to the ending. Thank you very much for joining me tonight, and hopefully I'll be back soon doing this more. This made me excited. This made me happy. I needed this. Really needed this. And I feel invigorated to do a bit more. But we'll see you guys soon. Bye.